Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency Ambassador for Palestine, Dr. Zohar Zahid, Honorable Minister for Health, Khwaja Salman Rafiq Sahab, Khwaja Imran has just left out for his call of praise, Minister for Health and Population Control, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ashraf, Professor Dr. Mughis Beg, Dr. Muhammad Zoghbar, Dean Faculty of Medicine, Al-Azhar University, I believe I pronounced it right, Professor Dr. Mehwish Arouj, Principal College of Medicine and Industry, Professor A.R. Gatarad Obi, Trustee Midland International Aid Trust, Dr. Yusufuddin Sheikh, Trustee Midland International Aid Trust, Dr. Hafizur Rahman, President Al-Khidmat Foundation, Vice Marshal Sahab, Air Vice Marshal Sahab, he has been heading PIA since that time. I know his competence. Mr. Awais Rauf, Honorable Deans of the faculties, I can see retired Justice Bilal Sahab here, Asghar Nadeem Sayyid Sahab here. I can see so many faces. I can see Dr. Sahab sitting in the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, once I was informed that I have to be part of this ceremony, I was overawed with the details when I received it. It was a glad moment. And it was a moment of fulfillment when I got to know that there are organizations as the Midland organization, those who have been helping the students, not just to come in Pakistan, but they have made those arrangements that they have been to different countries of the world and they have been completing their degrees. For me, it was again a moment of knowing the details. Once you get the right information, that actually helps. It was my naivety. I was not cognizant of the fact that Pakistan government has actually made an arrangement, and Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister made that announcement with the Palestinian government a year ago, in which they announced to bring in as many students from Gaza, from Palestine to Pakistan and give them education in every field in whichever it is required. It was not just for the medical students. In the details which I received from different institutions, it was really a moment for me to know that University of Lahore has actually contributed in real sense. I know this institution very well. I knew the founder of this institution. I knew his spirit, the people, those who are heading it today, the people, those who are responsible for the faculty. I know their competence, I know their ambition to do the things right. But what you did for these students is really commendable. Now, if I just speak of resilience of Palestinian people, I believe my words won't be enough to whatever I say. But there is a striking difference of two faces of the world today. I believe there is a face which speaks of democracy, of cherished values of human rights, of dividends of democracies, of respecting the opinion of people, of respecting the rights of people, of respecting a certain codes in which you have developed, that the human rights may not be a distinction of Hukukul Abad or Insani Hukuk, but still, those rights which were there in every scripture which God sent, may it be biblical, may it be Quran, may it be any other, but there were certain human rights, those were to be respected. But still, these eyes are blind when it comes to Palestine. And they are blind in their own way. They are not even looking at it. The word genocide has lost its meaning. I don't believe that this is just genocide. It is far more beyond that genocide. It is not just extincting the race there. It is a killing, a brutality which is far beyond if I just call genocide. If I look at those graves, those were common graves which had some impact on my mind, which were there in history, and there were some visuals. But the whole city has turned into a grave. Hospitals burned, schools ruined, little children crying for help, women shouting at their top voices, but with resilience. Yes, that is right. With bravery. Yes, that is right. But is the world blind? I literally owe a gratitude to people like Al Khidmat Foundation, people like Midlands, people like University of Lahore, those who have actually contributed, those who have did their bit and have done whatever they could. But ladies and gentlemen, while sitting here on this chair, I was given the detail. I just asked my people to give me names of the honorable members of the faculty and the doctors, those who have been participant in these courses. So just a thought crossed my mind. As Khwaja Salman was not able to control his emotions, as Bushra did that, but I could see that these young doctors, now I have every right to call them doctors. I won't say that they're students anymore. They're doctors. And these young doctors will actually contribute, and I would ask Khwaja Salman Rafiq Sahab just to give it some solid arrangement that if they opt for these house jobs here, they are given the best opportunities, whether in the public sector or in the private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, a friend of mine from media just came over and he said that for media audience you have to speak in Urdu, but I said that I have to talk to these young doctors first. Excellency, I'll say a few words and I'll translate them into that I couldn't find better stanza than this to express myself. लगता ऐसे है कि गजा के करबला में शायद मकसूद इलाही है कोई सुन्नत नहीं. लगता ऐसे है कि शायद गजा के करबला में मकसूद इलाही है कोई सुन्नत नहीं. मेरी नज़र में तो ये सुन्नत हुसैन है. ये कुर्बानी है मिसले अली अकबर. वहाँ तकरीर ज़ोहरा की शिकवाए तकदीर नहीं, बयाने ज़ोहरा की तफसीर है. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening is Gaza. History has witnessed this earlier. And that, what I just said, I'll translate it for these young doctors and for His Excellency Dr. Zohra. What we are witnessing today, history has witnessed it. It has happened before in Karbala. And I rightfully say that the sacrifice which you are giving is in confirmation to that deed which Hussein did. The young children, those who are being massacred there, are as it was known as of Ali Akbar's. And our brothers and sisters and our mothers there, shouting for the justice, looking into the sky. I say that clearly. The Zohra's speech is being transpired into the full details that what might have happened there on Karbala. Ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate all these young doctors today, and I would request the university administration. Awais knows that he can make this arrangement at his earliest, and if these students agree and His Excellency agrees, Khalsa, let's honor these students on the premises of Provincial Assembly of the Punjab. Whenever we have our next session, they will be there as guests of honor. And I just don't, I'm not just saying it. I mean every word of mine. Being a student, getting a degree is a chapter of fulfillment. Once you wear this cap with this gown, you have crossed one barrier. But as rightly said, young doctor who was speaking with a lot of emotion, she was right. No, it's time for you. I'm nobody to preach what you have seen. I even learn from the visuals I get on the social media. I find every day a new story, a human story. And that is teaching me, that is preaching me actually. Palestine's every single moment is preaching me that if this is right, then how long it could not be said that it is right and world has to see to it. Ladies and gentlemen, I would end my words here just by saying two broader things. We as a state of Pakistan owe a certain diplomatic responsibility. We urge the world to look at it. We urge the world that those who are complying with the resolutions of the United Nations, we have asked that what United Nations have said for Palestine should be implemented. It should be implemented. A new theory comes in. There's few people speak of one state, but look at the resilience of those people. If people would matter, then the say of Palestinians would matter, and it is in accordance with what United Nations said. Today, if they have turned back, how long they could. Similarity to Kashmir is there. Yes, Khaisa, similarity to Kashmir is there. And we can find few reasons today that atrocities which have started since yesterday or a few days back in Kashmir are another brutality and another chapter of new human lives being taken with force. Yes, it is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, your graduation today is actually a moment in which we all, those who are here in this hall, believe that it is rather duty of this state to continue doing such acts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the heartfelt message. And on behalf of the